Have you ever heard of how a field guard toppled an emperor? This is the story of Liu Bang, the man who rose from humble beginnings to challenge an empire. In 209 BCE, during the final years of the Qin dynasty, life in China at this time was not good. The emperor of Qin had forced countless people into hard labor, building massive tombs and grand structures to glorify his reign. At that time, Liu Bang held a small post called 泗水亭长, roughly a village chief or district official in Pei County. He was tasked with escorting a group of peasants to Mount Li, where they would work as forced laborers building the emperor's tomb. But during the journey, disaster struck. Several peasants escaped. Liu Bang knew that if he showed up without all the workers, he could face severe punishment or even death under Qin law. Rather than watch the remaining peasants suffer or risk further escapes, Liu Bang made a bold and a compassionate decision. He freed them all. Some of these peasants, touched by Liu Bang's kindness, chose not to run. Instead, they stayed with him. Together, they hid in the nearby Mangshan and Dangshan mountains, gradually building up a small band of followers. That same year, peasants all over China began to rebel against the Qin's oppressive rule. Liu Bang's friends, Xiao He and Cao Can, who worked for the Pei County magistrate, recommended that the local government bring Liu Bang back to help lead. The magistrate agreed at first and sent word to invite Liu Bang. But when Liu Bang arrived outside the city with his growing band of followers, the magistrate changed his mind, afraid or unwilling to support the rebellion. And worse still, he plotted to kill Xiao He and Cao Can for their suggestion. Xiao He and Cao Can fled the city at night and joined Liu Bang. Outraged by the magistrate's betrayal, Liu Bang wrote a letter urging the people of Pei County to rise up. He had it shot over the city walls. The people, tired of the magistrate's harsh rule, answered his call. They killed the magistrate and welcomed Liu Bang and his forces into the city. Grateful, the people asked Liu Bang to become their new leader, the county governor. But Liu Bang hesitated, saying, "In these troubled times, if we choose the wrong leader, we could all be doomed. You should find someone more capable than me." It was this wisdom and humility that let the people know Liu Bang was the right man for the job. Yet Xiao He, Cao Can, and the townsfolk insisted. At this point, the die was cast. They were all rebels, and Liu Bang's rise or fall would seal all of their fates. He would go on to defeat rival warlords and found the Han Dynasty, one of China's longest lasting and most influential dynasties. And from this period comes the Chinese idiom 一败涂地, meaning a total defeat. The Qin dynasty would soon suffer at the hands of rebels like Liu Bang.